Christian, how are you?
Hi, great. It's
Good.
weekend, so no reasons to complain.
Yeah, God.
And on your side?
All good here, Christian. So it's a real pleasure to have you today on this interview to speak on your new album. So,
Thanks.
Christian, your new album, My Kingdom Come, was out on March 27th. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting and the production goes behind this new album?
Well, songwriting, very diverse this time. So many of our band took parts in it. So sometimes it started on the keyboards
Mm,
with a orchestral idea. Sometimes it was even our singer giving us some guitar ideas. Sometimes it was guitar ideas by me. So a weird mix, and then it's like from that we build the whole arrangement. So basically, it's like first you have this sparks, this idea, then you have the concept, what kind of mood that thing should be. Um, so this time it's really a concept album where it's not like you just collect a bunch of songs and then you throw them together and call it album.
mm,
So this time it was really like, oh, um, the first song needs to have a kind of majestic vibe. It's more a mid-tempo thing, and so it was really like yeah, the mood was set before we
mm.
even uh, composed the music for it. So this time it was a little different, but also that gave it this lot of variation that we have now. So it's like if you say this is a stripped down song, no drums, it's just a little connection. So the next one is a real dark and heavy thing. Then you know before you add one note to it, you know exactly where you need to go, and that really was different this time.
Amazing, amazing. And as it's a concept album, would you like to tell me the core concept or the idea behind the making of this album?
So I'm not sure if I can put it to the camera, maybe, but nah, no, doesn't work. So auto zoom. So basically, on the cover you see this. Yeah, it's Lucifer on a throne,
Mm,
looking at a basically burning kingdom. So
mm,
yeah, that's the story. So you have this good and evil God and
mm,
Lucifer thing going on. Many dialogues in the vocals. So a lot of rebellion, a lot of doubt, and so lyrically, um, that's all connected. And then with very different moods in the songs and very different influences. So sometimes intentionally let's put that spice in. So if you have a riff idea and it starts and it feels a little oriental, then of course you throw everything on it to enhance that mood. Yeah.
yeah,
So and if as I said, if it's like, well, we want it majestic, then you cannot do majestic without heavy brass.
yeah.
So then it's like it's symphonic power metal, but we always say it's dark symphonic power metal because
Mm.
we are not this freedom call happy metal. Let's say. So it's we are a little more on this rough and heavy
Yeah.
side of things. So
Okay.
depending on the song you select, the enemy is you is very dark and heavy. This we all shall fall is you could call it symphonic thrash if you
Mm,
like. Well, we have German
yeah.
roots. What can we do about it? If you ever came along, creator or
Yeah.
whatever is around here, you just have it in your blood, I guess.
Right, right. And I have to speak about the cover artwork of the album.
Yeah.
It's amazingly done work. And would you like to tell me the master artist behind this artwork?
Yeah, it's our keyboard and orchestra player Anna. So
Mm,
it's all DIY in our case. So this whole booklet so has really like pictures for each and every song
Mm,
that follow the story. Yeah, a common color scheme, but this artwork ideas are all homegrown, let's say. So
right.
we do it on our own, so we have full control, and then it's
Yeah,
like, yeah, this whole concept can really come together. So if you
absolutely.
don't just, yeah, fire, yeah, do whatever you think, and
Yeah.
you get back something.
True,
So
true. Amazing, amazing work, amazing work. And I had the pleasure to listen to the album in its entirety, and I have to say, 10 amazing songs, beautifully written. You, each and every one of you guys have given your amazing work on each of these album. And I know, except the drummer, everybody sings in the band. So great, great, great songs
so
came together
so
beautiful.
thanks. So we this time we backed it down a little bit with his choir. So basically, our singer Nikolai did most of this backing vocals. In some songs, we still did more vocals where we felt it needed this extra epicness. But
Yeah.
on stages, of course, yeah. What can you do? Yeah. So he has one mic, one pair of vocal cords. So maybe he needs a little help by the rest of
Yeah.
the band. Yeah.
Cool,
So
cool, cool, cool. So, like I said, it's a great album, and I love the musicianship. And although it is commonly put on the genre of symphonic metal, but I feel this album has almost it's a genre defining genre breaking album, I would say. So it has everything for everyone. So great.
that's what I also get. So if you read the reviews, and
Yeah.
you have one guy that calls it, well, it's a pure power metal piece. Okay, if you say that, then you have one. Well, that's symphonic metal in its purest form.
Yeah.
Okay, then the next guy comes in and says that's prog metal because yeah, we have some parts that
Yeah.
maybe I have it. Yeah, then
Yeah.
so it's all over the place. So
I
we
know.
we we like to you need to give it some name. So but what can I tell me if I say, well, it's metal, yeah, come on, what is it? Is it Slipknot or is it like Sepultura? What is it? Yeah, so it's everything. So I say it's dark symphonic power metal. Then you have at least a rough idea what it might be. Yeah, but if you have songs like what is it, Vampire's Legacy? Yeah, how would you describe it? Well, I say, well, it's a symphonic power metal and a little gothic metal, maybe. Yeah. So someone else might have a completely different idea about it, but yeah, you need to give it a
Yeah.
little stamp, so you at least give an idea what to expect. But yeah, you need to listen for yourself to
Yeah.
really judge that thing, and not just get one song and think you understand the band.
Yeah.
You won't.
Absolutely. That
uh,
is so true.
uh,
Great, man. And speaking on the music videos, a couple of weeks back, you put up the official music video for Kingdom Come, and almost close to a year ago, you put up My Devil's Masquerade. So
yeah.
great videos, amazing work behind the videos. And would you like to tell me a bit on the making of these music videos?
Well, as I said, it's a lot of DIY. So we have an idea, we make calls, and that's if you look closely, you see the walls look very much the same. So it's a brewery where we just can get in
Yeah.
on the weekends, and so then you need help of someone who puts all the beer back, so you
Mhm.
have space. So, but we used a different room this time, but still the same building. So it's
Yeah.
a big
Yeah.
brewery building where we can get in, and then we have a lot of helping hands that make it happen. We have a lot of light that we put in, beamers,
Mhm.
fog machines. Then you need someone to drive at that day to get
Yeah.
your dry ice, and then so a lot of logistics come together.
Yeah.
Costumes, yeah, ask around in the scene if anyone can get you some costumes help with that, and then we basically have a one long day, a professional videographer to film
Yeah,
it. This time also a colleague with a drone for some extra shots.
yeah,
Um, but a lot of DIY to that with then a professional videographer and editor. And otherwise, yeah,
gotcha.
where would the budget be? Huh? So
I
if
know.
we need to rent the space and rent the
Yeah.
costumes and so on, so then it
Mm,
goes nuts. So
yeah. And
the main thing is you have the idea, you have the vision, and
yeah,
you need to, yeah, sometimes cut a little bit on the edges of your big vision to make it
yeah,
manageable and in your tight budget. But
yeah.
I think the results are quite
Good. Yeah,
nice. So.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Totally loved it. And did you guys do something special on the day of the release?
On the day of the release itself, I guess we didn't do that much because everyone has a lot of life at the moment where, yeah, a lot is going on. So I guess in that week we did a little going live and a listening party maybe on Bandcamp, but not really a big release show or anything like that. So that just didn't fit in this time. So it was a little, yeah, calmer on our side,
Yeah.
but I guess it's still now going quite well after the releases. So press is on our side, at least you are. So
Mm.
thanks. So yeah, it's still in this German. We have this metal rock charts
Yeah.
here. So we entered in release week and we are still in. So
Nice to hear that.
there are people buying it even, so it's not just a stream
Lovely.
release. So you can get it as I try to
Good.
show it to you. You can get your physical copy if you're interested,
Yeah.
and some people do. And in Germany, it's so many that we really jump to this chart thing. So of course not this pop charts where you have those big radio releases, but we
Yeah.
have a extra metal and rock oriented one, and there we are at least still living.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. And will there be any some big touring plans coming up for 2026?
We had some, but they had been canceled in late February. So this is why our summer now is a little, yeah, there are some holes left. So
Mhm.
would have been a very nice opportunity, but sometimes you're just
Yeah.
at the other end of the table and you get the big no. So yeah, always that logistics. So it would have been some cross Europe thing with tour bus, and then you need to make all the logistics happen. Sometimes flights, sometimes yeah, how to
Hmm.
get all that uh, break even would be nice, but at least manageable, let's say. Yeah, and this time it just didn't happen.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Next year, maybe.
Hopefully, let's hope for the good one.
Yeah.
And
Always so without hope we we couldn't run this thing today, so it's
absolutely, absolutely. And did you guys do some cool merchandise to go along with the release?
no extra shirt for the album yet because that tour thing was canceled. So
Yeah.
if we would have gone to tour, then
Mm,
there would have been shirts, but basically now we stick with our existing merch, and yeah, maybe later this year
mm.
we might step that up again. But yeah, as I said, it's a lot of DIY and all that video production stuff,
Yeah.
and of course the album itself. Yeah, so we have an external mixing mastering guy. It costs some bucks.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
now we are uh, in the, yeah, a little summer hole, but then I guess we are coming back strong. So
Cool, cool. And speaking of timeless rage, the band's history goes way back to 2012, and in 2013, you came with your debut EP Forecast, and in 2022 with Untold, and now the Kingdom Come. So, how do you feel about the road you have traveled so far?
So I've been on board since early 2017. So I moved to this Black Forest era and looked for a band and found them just yeah in this transition rebuilding phase. So this early EP, I guess if you listen to songs of that, you already hear the tendencies. So like it's a wild mix of songs all over the place. So you have this pirate metal thing going on. You have a dark and heavy fast track. You have this traditional power metal thing. It's a wild mix. So and you have this also one that is more in this oriental feel. So
Yeah.
basically we went full circle. Yeah. So or we never left our roots, I would say, but of course with each release having a different voice. Yeah. So the first EP, very clean, I would say, labriesh tonal. Yeah. So then on Untold you had Frank with his more like a what is it, a rough voice, and now with Nikolai basically doing yeah this whole storytelling and a wide variety of vocal styles, let's say. So now it's yeah now we have the full palette going on, so we can now do in one song like a harsh vocal part, a baritone storytelling, and then getting up to a kind of push in a chorus just with one singer. So
Yeah.
that's nice. So and it helps all this storytelling aspects that when you have yeah all this flexibility. And yeah, on our musical side, I guess that's so the basic foundation has stayed the same. So it's always Anna on keys. It's always Klaus on drums. It was always the other guitar player, Michael, on rhythm guitar. So and then basically, if you exchange the bass player in metal, it's it's sad, but you will not really hear that. Yeah. So it's either it follows the kick drum or it follows the guitars
Mhm.
to make it this wall of sounds. But
Yeah.
it's rare that in metal you hear individual bass lines somewhere. We have some so in especially in the title track My Kingdom Come, there might be some bass licks that you can hear, but
Yeah.
usually it's so dense you have no space for that. Yeah. So it's sad for a bass player, but his job is to
Mm.
push things to a wall of sound in metal. So and Daniel really does it well, and
Yeah.
so he comes from a melodic death metal background and sleaze metal, and so he musically he has been all over the place, but he has great harsh vocals that we used in some sports. He has good clean backing vocals, so workhorse.
Nice.
So I guess we now are what the band's vision started back then in 2012, just in an evolved and
Beautiful.
if you look a little bit more mature form, maybe. Like we are now, as parts of us are turning gray, so but the music is and our delusional
Yes,
optimism
definitely.
is still there.
Yeah, then we always stay young. That is for sure. Oh, nice, nice, nice. And what would be next for Timeless Rage? So, are you guys gonna do some cool works in this year?
So I say we are already back to writing. So on this album, you had one very brief song that we now will turn into a part two because we can. So, and then there are ideas for the next concept album that's of course a very different thing. So we are not this band like well,
Mhm.
we have this one universe and everything needs to be about dwarfs or something. We are not that kind of band, but it will surely be a concept album. And of course, now after this tour has been cancelled, we are back to booking. So
Yeah,
we need to at least do something next year. Maybe in winter we will have some opportunities still, but yeah, booking for this year is basically done. So
yeah,
we're talking next year, and now with this album we are free to look for a new label. So maybe
mm,
we need to make some calls too. So
yeah,
let's see how well this thing goes. So
yeah.
right now I would say it's it might be a
Yeah,
sign that we are ready for a next step. So let's
wonderful.
see.
Good to hear.
Let's see.
I'm hoping for some awesome news from you guys. And would you like to share some of the highlight moments of the band over the years? Something.
As what can we say? Highlight moments. Opening for Beyond the Black on a local festival here with what was that? I'm not sure. 3,000, 3,500 people. I'm not. I'm really bad at estimating crowds, but it was like it's a circus
Yeah.
tent packed with people, so you need to open the doors so that everyone can even fit. So
Yeah.
that was weird. Uh, Highlights. Every album release for me is like the big one because
Yeah.
yeah, all that stuff goes through my machine. So when that is finally done, I'm uh, a very that's a highlight for me. So to call it done and not
Yeah.
fiddle more with it and listening to the same song again and again and again. So um, getting stuff out, releasing stuff is my personal highlight. I'm not so much into live gigs personally. So the band, everyone in the band likes playing live. I'm the
Yeah.
guy. I just want to do music somehow, but I know it's part of the deal. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I
so
know. Cool, cool.
I guess that's so the latest highlights. So some nice festivals in the medium tier that we had been able to play. Club gigs where you have like face-to-face contact to
Yeah,
the audience are also nice. So we like it all, I would say. So, but highlights, of course, are the big things where you yeah get the massive impressions out like an album release. Of course, it's like the wow, here we
yeah.
are, and now we have something to talk about and get seen and maybe get a little uh, yeah, a little more new ears
Mm.
for our music. That's always a nice opportunity. Like now, we wouldn't have this interview if there wouldn't be an album release. So
Yeah.
that's
Cool.
if we would only put out singles, yeah, no one would talk to us. So now you can say it's an album. Yeah, finally.
You got it, man. And finally, the message that you have for the fans and the metalheads around the world.
So thanks for giving us a listen. As I said, you cannot judge this band with one song. So pick random three from the new album. Ask yourself if you think you get the whole view, and then listen to the whole album. So that's best. Tell your friends about us so that this word of mouth thing really helps bands the most. So if we put on an ad or if we talk about our music, you have no idea. So if someone tells you, well, that's a great band, you need to check it out. You very likely will. So tell your friends if you think we are great. We do. So
Absolutely.
And thanks to anyone who even listened to some songs and maybe liked it, maybe put it to a playlist, maybe shared it. It's really, really appreciated. So
Absolutely. Wonderful, wonderful, Christian. And Christian, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on this interview. And I want to say thank you for putting up the Kingdom Come, an amazing album. Like I said earlier, every song is not, you don't have to select songs from these albums because I listened from the start to the end. I loved each and every song from this album. Great work. And I know you guys have put a lot of energy in the last few years instead of this album, and it came out really amazing, a great metal album for the year. So I want to thank you and the entire band for putting up an awesome album this year. And I wish you guys all the best. And we are really hoping to see you on the road next year.
thank you. So thanks for the opportunity. Thanks
My
for
pleasure.
reaching out and spreading the word. And
Absolutely.
I hope we see
So
us in person one day, maybe.
absolutely, absolutely, Christian. That will happen for sure. And take care and have a rest of the evening and enjoy your day and weekend.
Likewise.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.